Can't we do what a slave did?
Hello there YouTube, my name's Scotty. I used to make a lot of videos on here and I haven't done it in a while for a few reasons. First, just not very good at it. Second, kind of rusty. Third, busy. Real life got very busy and I'm kind of like staggering around like a zombie a lot of the time now. So there's that. As for David, the other guy, anyone's guess. I'm not saying he hasn't got a good excuse for not making videos, but you'd have to ask him. I just haven't asked. I don't like to nag. Anyway, we don't react to things on here. I don't like reaction videos. I think they're largely... Well, okay, there's good ones and bad ones, I guess. I'm talking about vocal coaches and people like that. Like, wow, Freddie Mercury was amazing. And these people who pretend they've never heard popular songs before and they fire it up. I'm like, wow, I've never heard Under Pressure. It's all a lot of bullshit, and I don't really place a lot of value in it. But I did see something that kind of stirred a reaction in me. And, you know, I'm a video guy, so I thought I might as well do something with it. I was on Twitter, and I saw this... a clip of someone was sharing, and they were upset about it. They weren't saying it was good. They're saying this is banned on Spotify, and they're not even real, it's AI. And about a year ago, I was playing with some of these websites to try and generate music before I found out, I should have known this, but I found out that AI, every time you make a picture or do a search, it like expends a year of energy for a regular household or something stupid like that. I don't know what the real statistic is, I actually don't care. But, you know, out of guilt, I don't really like to fiddle with it too much anymore. But I have in the past, is my point. So, I like music. I used to play it myself. Was okay at it. Kind of rubbish. And I have dabbled in AI stuff. So I thought I'd give it a bit of a spin. Listen to these 3 songs. They're pretty incredible. They're not. They're bad. And it's an unknown to me what the point of this is. Like, Spotify just sort of putting feelers out, or if somebody's using Spotify for this shitty project. I actually don't know. I didn't do any research apart from hearing the songs, so we'll give it a spin. This first one's called Dust on the Wind. Right off the bat, the sound quality's shit. You record acoustic like that for a band, they'll fire you as a producer. You're out of the game. Oh, yeah. Not inspired yet.
Dust on the wind.
Oh, that would be the titular dust then, would it?
On the ground, smoke in the sky, no peace found. Rivers run red.
Really cornered the market on miserable cracker music, haven't they?
Tell me, brother, where do we go?
Alright, here we go. Bit of a break. It's a fucking drudge.
I used to have a boat.
Oh. Alright.
It was called the Velvet Sundown.
Ah, like the band. That's their name, Velvet Sundown.
Oh, it was a great little boat. We'd sail it round and round.
An ABC rhyme?
I'd irritate the chicks, harass them on my ship.
Yeah.
I'd drop position and I'd show them my giant captain stick.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
I offered them my wine, single quote 89. They wouldn't take a drop, so I'd show them my big cock. Linda didn't want to know.
This is pretty good.
So it's overboard she goes.
I've changed my mind about AI music.
Throw that woman in the sea. Now the boat is all for me.
Tale as old as time.
Velvet Sundown.
Oh, is this the chorus? It should sound bigger.
Reppin' 2014.
Yeah.
Velvet Sundown.
Wasn't that good of a year.
The hardest shot you ever seen.
Oh, flute incoming.
Velvet Sundown. Jeff Bezos lost his mind. His yap party sucked compared to mine.
Cramming a few words into the bar there. Oh, one of those. What is that? One of those keyboards that sounds like a whistle. I don't know what you call it. Oh, it's the outro. Okay, well that's it. It's a short song. Anyway, so that's the that's the first track. Dust on the Wind. Not bad stuff, really, I guess. I have problems. First of all, the AI music, everything sounds like shit. The singing it's kind of a robotic, and in my own experiments with it, I've noticed that as well. It really is like somebody singing to you on like a iPhone, and the instruments are all kind of splotchy. And I did see that this guy, I don't want to say he looks like Epstein. What's the other one? The food reviewer, Anthony Bourdain. He looks like him. I have to look him up afterwards. I'll get his name. I don't do research for these things. He was commenting on these songs too, and I deliberately didn't watch very much of his video because I like to go in dry, so to speak. But he, he was talking about the sound quality as well. It was this miserable stuff. This one's called Rebel Shout. Terrible name. We're already, again, veering into this genre of music that I did want to talk about the last time I saw an AI song I wanted to react to, but I was too lazy to do it. Long story short, is this thing on Twitter that was like, it made Musk into a really powerful rock star and Trump was on the drums. It's just stupid as fuck. If I can motivate myself, I might show you that one too. It's really dumb. But yeah, this genre of music for like, I guess, I don't know, I can't say things like cracker or tweaker because they're all offensive now, but I would say people that buy ammunition. People that go to gun stores is their kind of thing. They're all looking at it and go, oh wow, man, he really is in touch with the common man. That song's called FAFO, F-A-F-O, you know what that stands for. And there's a few other examples. There's one called Small Town, something Richmond. Try that out in a small town north of Richmond, I think it's called. Like I said, I'll go over that separate topic in a different video if I can be bothered. Here comes Rebel Shout. Oh, yeah. Real band or AI, I hate this sound. This is like the music for an ad for a quad bike or something. Reality shows use it a lot. And once it got popular in advertising, people started using it for really lame stuff like weed whackers and high quality paint for your fences. Yeah, it's thumping music, man. Oh. Yeah, no, that's the great thing about AI is even if this was a real band, I'd fucking hate it. And people would say shit like they say about Nickelback. Well, they're not that bad. Maybe you just need to be open-minded. No. No. I have to be an old curmudgeon and I have to hate everything new. Crap. This goes out to anybody with a real band that sounds like this. You suck too. I want to skip ahead a bit. This is boring. Now, this is the part that should worry me, because as a real guitar player... Oh, solo ended. Just want to pause for a sec. As a real guitar player, I should be like, oh no, AI is going to take my job. AI is trying to take my day job too, by the way. I haven't got there yet. I'll talk about that after if I'm ever in a different profession and it's like the CIA, they declassify things after 10 years, I'll say why. Like I say, at the moment, I haven't been replaced by the computer, but they're trying to do it. And it's scary stuff, but as far as guitar solos that are AI, I'm not worried because this fucker can't... If you listen later in the song, he can't shut up. Like in a real band, you would say, could you stop soloing while I'm singing? Yeah. And that's another prompt. You're going to be like, yeah, do it again, but less... And like $500 down the line, you finally got a usable take. It's just stupid. Just get real musicians, man. Anyway, I'm going to keep playing.
Smoke clears. I don't even like rock and roll that much.
Oh.
And I give up on the singing.
Oh, cool.
Instead, I'm going to talk to you about the Sons of Anarchy.
Oh.
It's my favorite TV show about big men on motorcycles.
Alright, well.
I like Sons of Anarchy because I saw hard men in leather on big bikes.
Open-minded.
And I don't know, it just fills a void, I guess, to see these tough guys laying down the law, showing the Irish and the Mexicans who was in charge of California.
It sounds like Adam Sandler. Pretend I'm the pizza delivery guy and watch me whack off.
just want to take a moment to say I appreciate the ladies of Sons of Anarchy.
Yep. Nice.
It's true that Jack's a stupid girlfriend. Time does kind of look like a dude, a bit like the Robert Downey Jr.
It's good lyrics.
But that ex-wife of his, Wendy, she has got an amazing body.
Yeah. But I would tell that guitar player to stop.
And you know what? Pour enough good whiskey down my throat. I might even go for that cross-dressing character. You know, the one played by Walton's very own Goggins.
That's good.
But anyway, I probably wasn't meant to say that out loud.
Oh. We're going to fade out, but there's still more time on the audio here. Hang on. It's fake fade out. Is there more? Oh, we're back. Revolutionary. It's like Strawberry Fields Forever. Nice.
Yeah, just forget everything I said about Sons of Anarchy. In fact, I don't even want anyone knowing that I watch it. I've never even heard of the show. Good night!
That's nice. See, isn't the real rebellion just singing about your favorite show that's not your favorite show instead of, yapping about American dreams and all that stuff? Here's the thing about this. People are pointing the finger at Spotify for hosting this. Now, I don't know if it's somebody who's just said, you know what, I'm going to make a lot of money on Spotify with a fake band that sucks ass. Or if Spotify themselves have said, listen, we're paying too much money to these bands, these musicians. They think they're, gods on earth. Let's make our own shit music. But I understand the cynical side of it, the business thing. But what the actual end purpose of music is for people to hear it, I think, still, maybe. I don't know. If it's all bots, then I'll shut up. But okay, you're making music just to play in places. So somebody who runs a Uniqlo or a H&M is going to put on Velvet Sundown here. I don't know, I'm already having a hard time going clothes shopping. I go in and I'm like, I can't listen to this crap. It might as well all be AI. I mean, those... Yeah, anyway. This is the third song. This is the last one. It's called Drift Beyond the Flame. Drift Beyond the Phlegm. I sound like shit. I haven't used a microphone in a while, so bear with me. Whoa! Just dropped in to see what condition my condition was in. Sorry. Yeah. Oh. Sorry.
Amber lights and silver haze. Time slips through.
Oh shit! I was about to do the third song. My kid woke up. Alright. To be continued. Okay, so it's a few days later. I've come back to do the third song, the third and final track from Velvet Sundown that I'm going to be reviewing. But before I get on with that, it's time to do an ad. Is that the sound? Which one should I do for an ad read? That'll do. I have to do an ad read because the YouTube revenue is not going to keep us afloat. Got to make money somehow. So this one's an ad for something called OSSIFY. That's right, it's OSSIFY. It's like Spotify, but the music is bones. So go right on ahead and punch in that URL, ossify.io, and get yourself some bone-tacular tracks. And you know what? Treat yourself. Get it for your mobile device while you're at it. Maybe you want to catch up with the latest pop starlets, or maybe you just want to look at them with the sound off, like I do. You know what I say? Go for it, because at OSSIFY, there's no judgments, only oogity-boogity bones, straight to your phones. I can tell you, they're not going to pay me for that one. Anyway, so let's give this last track a go. I can't remember what it's called. I'm going to have to scroll through my files here. My very, very well-organized computer. Drift Beyond the Flame, that's right. I was partway into it. Not enjoying it very much, as I recall. Got some level problems here. Alright. Music from beyond. What it's like to have a coma. Anyway.
Amber lights and silver haze.
Amber lights, huh? Someone's not paying his power bills. There might be a judicious skip in a second. There's only so much I can take of the AI lyrics. Let's be honest, a computer doesn't know what an amber light feels like to look at. It doesn't care.
Drift beyond.
I'm not going to be lectured on the feeling of, lighting temperature, cool versus warm by a frickin' BBC Micro.
The stars we
Yeah, we might be jumping ahead. Oh wait, hang on. Break. Here we go. Hit it. For God's sakes, do something.
I suffer from violent flatulence.
Oh.
I blab with gay abandon.
Okay.
My body erupts in yellow smoke like the cartoons.
Okay.
My ass reeks of sulfur and disease.
Nice.
My hole is puckered and diseased.
It's got a bit more of a groove now.
It gets worse when I eat a taco, when I suck down too many beans.
I can identify with the song all of a sudden.
I can't help that I'm addicted to curry. I can't help but wash it down with beer.
It's a good feel now.
I eat myself into a crap catastrophe. I only do it because you're near.
I appreciate that little line about the crap catastrophe there.
Squelch and slide in my own poo. I get off when I do it in front of you.
Oh, that's not really appropriate. Oh, an interlude. You know, I like that when a band just throws in a couple of bars.
Picture me sat on Mount Olympus, say we're in a fancy restaurant.
I like restaurant songs too.
The waiter can see this enormous sack of brown potatoes in my pants. Will you still love me then? Linda, do you still love me for who I am?
Nice touch.
Love me for my poo, or don't love me at all. Love me with my brown stains, or our brown hands clap you out the door.
Yeah.
Baby, remember me.
Is it the end? Oh. Kind of abrupt. But I like that. There's a bit of continuity there between that and the song about the yacht parties, because in that one there was a character called Linda, who I think was from the Velvet Sundown game. When I play, I guess I might as well drop like my shtick now, because it's been pretty obvious. I sometimes do this in videos. I may have tweaked some of those lyrics, tightened them up, punched them up a bit, give them a bit of a extra, because the AI can't write lyrics worth of crap. And I mean, I'm not brilliant at it, but you know, better than a computer. That's a touching song, very poignant, by the way, because if you haven't crapped yourself in a restaurant with a woman, have you ever truly, truly loved or felt love? Again, we're asking the tough questions tonight because we know there's no debate here. Computers can't answer them for us. That's why I'm going through all this philosophical stuff. I'm going to delete these tracks from my computer. I guess for the AI thing, I've been thinking about it a bit lately because it's unavoidable now. It's in our faces. The latest of the ChatGPT stuff. Everybody's posting these cartoons and comics. I send them to David sometimes, he sends them to me, and they're all getting yellow with every generation. I think the computer's feeding back on itself. It's just giving us these piss yellow, maybe not like Mexico and Breaking Bad yellow, but getting towards it. And we're just wading through it. And one of the favorite things I've seen said about it lately, I don't know who said it, is that AI creations basically are all just one thing dressed up as another thing. And it really got me in the guts because like it made me think about these face swaps that I keep doing. Which I used to do in Photoshop, by the way. If I wanted to put me and David in something funny, or something that I thought was funny, just get the old Photoshop out, pick a frame of us from some stupid music video we'd done, and a few seconds later we've got a great, sometimes not. And now, because I haven't got the free time to do that crap, I just use AI. Shouldn't do that either. You really need to stop using all of them completely, because they're destroying the planet. So I hear. I don't know. Is that true? Anyway, I did make myself laugh, because again, it stuck, you know, it really got me in the ribs to see it said in plain black and white. People are just using AI to make one thing into another thing and think that's real comedy. Because I was doing that for a long time before anybody was talking about this AI shit. I was just doing it off my own bat. And then once it came along, I was doing it without realizing it. I've got this great version of Driving My Car where Paul McCartney is basically singing about going to David's house to play the games.
I'm the best at all of the games. I'm coming round to David's house to beat him at the games. Yeah.
Because basically all I have time to do now is read and not really take part in the world. I read a lot. I read what people say about shit, and I see a lot of complaints about AI, and they're all valid. But I have to tell you one, aside from the fact that it's just not very good, which we can all agree with, it makes weird stuff. And besides, like, the real fun of it was when it was just new and it was mess ups and the writing was all wrong. And one of the first things I ever did with it was make Gordon Ramsay play the drums, which was hilarious. But I don't want it to get better. I don't need that to be photo real, whatever the hell that means. Someone made a great video of Conan O'Brien eating fried chicken and crashing a car. Again, maybe if they did that now, it would look more realistic. But what's the point? You can't do anything. The point is to watch the computer fuck up. We're here for the failures of AI, I think. All that crap aside, one thing I don't care about is copyright and intellectual property. I would be a massive hypocrite if I'm like, they used AI and trained it off other people's information and made money from it. Because, I mean, I'm a hobbyist, so this doesn't involve me, but I think every video we've ever put up has been stealing somebody's intellectual property. I've always got other people's music playing in the background, and I'm trying to tweak it and turn down the volume and do shit to it so that I don't get pinged for, because again, I think it's fair use, isn't it? Until the day, I think the line for me, and I don't know if other people have experienced this, is until you're making enough money from something to walk to your boss and say, screw you, I'm getting out of here, I've got better shit to do, then it's a hobby. And hobbies, I think, if there's not a shits and giggles clause in fair use laws and copyright and all that, then there should be one. But basically, 17 people watch my video. Can you just leave me the hell alone? I don't like having copyright hovering over my channel. I mean, I had to remove a whole Prince of Persia walkthrough because the boners, they wouldn't just let me keep it up. They wouldn't put ads on it. They wouldn't do this or that. It just had so many songs that they were like, screw you, no, just take it down and we won't strike your channel. I'm like, I recorded this in 2008, man. Like, could you just lay off? If I'm being honest, I think I actually hate the people talking, well, this is going to be hypocritical again, people talking about AI more than the thing itself, because it's kind of just there. Like all toys, people get bored with it in about a week. There was the Ghibli thing. It's like, that was great. Again, it's that thing of things being turned into other things for humor. They did that for a week tops. Nobody's doing Ghibli now. It's like most things. It's people talking about it that pisses me off more than the thing itself. If you jump on Twitter and go searching for various SEO experts and online types, and I hate to say it, but the discourse is going to boil down to some guy called Vishnu Vindaloo Rat in the Pan basically jumping on Twitter to say, the VFX industry is cooked, Hollywood has about 5 years left, now I can make blockbusters from my own bedroom and it cost me $500 and all this stuff. And they can't see past their own keyboards, these people. They don't realize that Hollywood's going to have all those tools, or better ones. The only difference being they're going to have the actual rights to the stuff that's been generated, and you don't. And they can make money from it, and you can't. Nothing's actually going to change. Except the movies are going to be way worse, and the customers are going to be just kind of... Even the dumb ones are going to be like, this just doesn't look right. It was something about the way, Scarlett Johansson's legs went through each other when she walked through the frame. I just don't... It lost me for a minute. And movies are already hard enough to watch anyway. Anyway, I'm not going to get into cinematography with you, but it's bad already. And once the AI thing really... I'm really hoping somebody in charge sees how shit it is and unworkable and how it's just easier to get a bunch of people to do things. When it comes down to all this AI stuff, whether it's being made by people at home or like the big studios take it up and decide it's the way to go forward, it's all really intrinsically worthless because of the pipeline and the way it's been made. You've got this thing that's been done. Someone at home decides, that face swap isn't very good, or the lighting's kind of crappy, or I think it should have been on a street in Venice. They can, use the exact same tools as each other and all be doing their own versions of it and fan edits. Like I've just done with Velvet Sundown. These were 3 very bad songs. I don't know if they've done more or not. It took me like 10 minutes, come up with some great lyrics. Now the songs are fantastic. I've done better. Like somebody out there, this idiot who came up with this fictional band, he's been screwed. I just did your job better than you did, and nobody asked. So I don't know what to say.
Rolling on dubs.
I've got this soundboard in my Rode podcasting board
Come down, selector.
It's just full of stupid sounds from GarageBand that I put in like forever ago. Oh, that's not GarageBand. That's from South Park. Yeah, AI discourse. Whatever you do, don't listen to people talking about AI. Just turn it off as soon as you find it, because it's maddening to listen to. You scroll down, and anything you see, any post is going to have underneath it, well, sure, it's not there yet, but imagine the potential in 5 years. And like, I thought I was imagining this. I thought it was another Scottyism that I was just exaggerating and that people weren't really saying. But like, it keeps happening. They're all saying it, and it's been now that it's in the hands of the general public for 2 or 3 years, whatever. It's kept going. They keep saying this stuff like, oh, well, but imagine in a couple of years it's actually going to be leaps and bounds, but we're almost there. We're 99% of the way there. And I find that number so funny, because it's really like traveling at 99% of the speed of light. I don't know the exact figures on this because I'm not a space guy. In that I love space, but I'm not smart enough to understand it. But 99%. And then the 99.1% is as much work as it took to get to 99. And then the next point, and you'll never get there because it's impossible. And there's always going to be something just a little bit off. And all of it is to achieve in a film, like it's say you're making a movie with AI. It's all to get a performance out of some stooge that's just no good. If the real actor turned up and did that, you wouldn't hire him. This stupid AI Mark Hamill that was in the Boba Fett show, which was a very bad idea, by the way, the whole show. Nobody wanted that. But we'll get to that in a minute. It's got that answering machine voice. And the face really threw me. People call it the uncanny valley, but it's not even that. They haven't got it quite right yet. I don't know, maybe they have since that show was made, where there's like a foreshortening thing that the AI is not accounting for. It's putting all the features where they should be on the guy's face and making him look like Mark Hamill. I don't know why I'm talking about this. But it's almost as though he's just transported in from a shot where the camera was a different distance. I don't know if I'm imagining this. I'm certainly not explaining it very well. But yeah, it hasn't cracked the code yet. It didn't look good. It was hard to watch. And that was the only episode I watched, by the way, because of the way they parachuted the Mandalorian in to make sure people would watch this dumb show. I don't care what anyone says. Nobody wanted a Boba Fett show where he was being played by Temuka Majongo. This fucking... I forgot his name. Dentures much. What was the point? He comes back to Tatooine. No, he was already on Tatooine. He goes to the town and becomes a domino. No, not a dynamo. What's it called? Daimo? Japanese thing? He wants to run the town. I will rule this with an iron fist. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't shit on it. I'm sure it had its fans, but I wasn't one of them. Count me out. I've never ever thought of him as Boba Fett. Ever. And this sentimentality about the prequels, I don't get it. It's not there for me. I remember watching the guy from Play School show up in Attack of the Clones, and it just took me right out of the film. And having Django being this guy... I'm sorry, I should stop bitching about the prequels. I was told off for it. Someone was like, why is there always a prequel guy in these discussions? I'm like, I think it was about visual effects, and I had to say to them, listen, there isn't much of a better example of, the film effects industry than the Star Wars prequels, man. It's not my fault. I don't make the rules here. Anyway, I'm a bit of a hack. I'm talking about the Star Wars again. What are we looking at next? I'm trying to delete all the Velvet Sundown stuff from my computer while I'm recording a video. There is the odd thing that's had AI used on it that I like, which I hate admitting. But they're very, very few and far between. And the thing is, they really are, again, is intrinsically worthless, is the phrase I'm going to stick with for this afternoon. Because there's one I'm thinking of. Somebody got Freddie Mercury to sing that song from Phantom of the Opera. And, it was alright. If you listen to it on shitty earbuds, it sounds pretty good. But then you put on, a track from the Barcelona album, and not even a good one. Pick the worst one. It's still, night and day sort of a difference between the real guy and the very, very close 99% AI one. So, it really takes its... if it was a picture, you'd be blurring your eyes and saying, oh yeah, it's almost there. You can't blur your ears, admittedly, but it's sort of like that. You're like, oh, I can kind of imagine what Freddie would be doing there. And the thing is, you do that already. You don't need whatever the hell program they're using for these singing ones. Another one was a song, Paul McCartney has a song called New, and they put John Lennon and George Harrison in little bits of it and made Macca sound younger. Again, doesn't sound that great, but I found it enjoyable to listen to casually because it's like, oh, it almost sounds like them. But yeah, all of that technology, all that effort, all that energy being wasted to get to, oh yeah, sounds kind of like them. But don't worry, in 5 years it'll be, again, what are we fucking doing here? And at the end of it all, you've got these creations you can do nothing with. Like, you what are you going to do with it? You put it up, Paul McCartney takes it down for copyright. There's this great video I was tinkering with before I had a bit of an epiphany about AI stuff, where I'd changed the lyrics of Billy Joel's Freak Out in Moscow, whatever, to be something that I personally found funny. Again, one thing as another thing. It just happens before you even think about it. Anyway, I made this, or started working on it, never finished it. I don't want to put that on my channel. I'll lose my street cred. And probably get copyrighted somehow. I don't want to wade into those murky waters. What's the point? You know, you keep running into the same problems. You can't do anything with it, so why you can privately amuse yourself, but then you've got these generations and these creations, and it's just, I don't know. I think there's a better way. I think you can just amuse yourself, get a fidget cube or something. I actually have to, as a side note, I had these fidget cubes, right? And I found out there was these jumbo ones, and I looked at it and thought, oh my god, this is what I wanted when I found out about the fidget cube. I wanted a man one, a fist-sized one. Well, I bought it. For my son, technically, but I think it's fantastic. On the subject of AI things that I find tolerable, there's one series of videos I think I found it, well, I didn't find it. David sent it to me. It was on Reddit, where this guy makes these fake sort of interviews with aliens in the future who are finding human stuff. I don't know what it's called, but I'm sure I'll find like a sample of it or a link or whatever. And like that's really very well done. Like, I don't know how they do it. Don't really want to know. I just think it's well done. But it all comes from someone who had a good idea, who I can assume is writing the scripts at least. And I don't know what to say. I mean, to make that in the traditional way, you'd have to have some money behind you, or at least a lot of help. So you might say, well, you know, maybe it's okay for him to just use the computer this once and just, you know, generate some shit, whatever. I personally don't have a problem with it. I don't know. And I run into this with music stuff a lot. I had this song from many, many years ago about a guy leaving the restaurant without paying that I would love to, you know, I mean, I'd love to just hook up with a real salsa band and get this thing recorded. But I don't know any, and if I did, they'd want to be paid. I can't play Caribbean rhythms very well. I'd have to learn them. That's what I should have been doing for the past 10 years, but I wasn't. Would I use an AI? Absolutely not. See, there's some things I think that are sacred, and the restaurant song is one of them. If I ever record that, it has to be, you know, performed by humans. But again, that's not integrity. It's just a personal feeling. I mean, I am a bit of a hypocrite. I think some AI stuff is less bad than other stuff. And, yeah, it's just how I feel. Another thing I was tinkering with for a while was this thing called about the Hole in the Ground gang. It's sort of like that stupid Johnny Cash song, Ragged Old Flag, except instead of him saying all the times the American flag has been, you know, part of history, it's me. I've written these lyrics about warning you about all the dead celebrities that are going to be coming back soon and basically coming for you, David. Calling him out by name. Extremely funny lyrics, very well done, and I've thought up some great celebrities that you wouldn't have guessed. You know, oh shit, he's coming back? Oh shit, we better, you know, bar the doors. But I can't do anything with it because this stupid AI music, you can't... I'm not talking about ethics now, I mean production-wise, like practicalities. You can't do anything with it. You can't stitch it together and make it sound good. It jumps around and it's not consistent. Sometimes that's funny. Again, I'm someone that likes AI for its failures and don't want it to get better. I actually want it to be back for like 2023 AI. This is turning into a fucking very boring podcast. Yeah, I want it to mess up in some senses, but also you've got all this. It throws you a bunch of 30-second clips of song, and there's no cohesion to it. You can't make it something listenable. So to me, that's like, I don't want to put my name to that. Best I could do is just upload it as like a random... Actually, I don't do burner profiles anymore either. That's something I used to do. I don't do that, because, you know... Basically, yeah. So like I said, AI stuff, you're just left with a dump in your lap of this cack. People call it slop, but I obviously, I don't like reusing other people's words for things. Oh, that one. Yeah, there we go. Bongos. Yeah. As I said when I was starting off, it really is just, at best, going to be music that's filling the backgrounds of things, playing in public places. It's just music for people, AI music. It's just for people who think near enough is good enough. They're not going to care that the lyrics stink because they are just there to buy lottery tickets. They're at wherever they are in the store, and there's this noise that we're constantly being assaulted with, which was already there before AI. Actually, I don't even know this. Do large department stores play library music where it's meant to sound like pop music? Because I'm changing subject again, but 90 Day Fiancé has songs sometimes where they're really, really crap, and I'm like, oh god, I've got to hear the rest of that one, and it doesn't exist. And I really think, yeah, there's just people out there churning out factory music that's made for those applications, and but it's not publicly available. I don't know. I'm being a nerd now. What was I saying? Yeah, it's just music for people who don't give a crap, who think, what's that guy, Bunsen Burner? They think he's, a good singer. I don't know what that's meant to mean. Just nice backflips, you little bitch. I really, I don't know. I'm very out of step with music as well. I pretend to be a musician, or at least I used to. I've gotten really rusty. I could not make new music now if I tried. Doesn't mean I don't want to, but and that I won't, when I want to have some free time. But it's really for self-amusement. I think music is dead. Not really. So that's about it for me in the AI stuff. I don't really have any insights beyond to say the point that I was making about the human alien video and like my stuff, my experiments with the dead celebrities. When it comes right down to it, the AI is really useless. You got to believe in yourself. You're the funny thing. You come up with the idea. You just have to find a way to do it. Whether that means you'd cave and use AI to do it, I don't know. It's really up to you. It's a personal decision. I think it sucks. Anyway, if this video gets 5 likes, I will make a proper video where I talk a bit more about where we've been and why we're not on the channel anymore. I don't know. I really want this, what's it called? I don't want it, I bought it. I just haven't played with it yet. This game where you sail around on the Titanic, but it's a wreck, What do you fucking call it? You're an ROV. You have a look at it's great in VR. It's fantastic. So, yeah, 5 likes and I'll go down there and instead of talking about the Titanic, I'll just vlog about life and pretend to be Stockton Rush. I'll just do some really good impressions of that guy. He's my hero, by the way. I actually, unironically, want to make a shrine. A little picture of him smiling. Maybe like, forever in our hearts or something. I don't know. Just, the idea amuses me. I can't help it. 2 documentaries came out about OceanGate. And I think I just spent the whole time laughing at them. I was in 2 modes. I was watching it in the dark before bed. And my wife could see that I'm doing this the whole time because it's really excruciatingly awkward to listen to this idiot sailing into his own demise. Deliberately, knowingly. It's a lot to take in, but also extremely funny. I love the OceanGate stuff. It's fantastic. And here I am 2 years later still thinking about it. I'm hooked. Anyway. I think that's about it. Aside from that, VROV, what's it called? I don't know. I'll put up a screenshot of it. Great game. I have no idea if it's great. I was going to say it's got the Titanic in it, so that's good enough for me. I don't know if there's a game element to it or not, but aside from that, send me $50. I'll make a video of your choice, and we'll pretend to be a channel again. I have to talk to David. Maybe see if he wants to play something soon. Or not. I'll just play with myself. That's all I'm good at. Alright, I've had enough. Bye-bye.
The whole of the hole in the ground gang is here.